I got more involved with drugs. It progressed from weed to speed and ecstasy and, harder stuff. And, things continued to spiral out of control. So when I was 4 or 5, my parents split up. Me and my dad moved to Pleasant Prairie here. My mom moved out to Oregon. I don't know what happened. Up until 4th grade, things were great. I had a lot of friends. And then around 5th and 6th grade, that kind of stopped. And I pretty much became the kid that everybody made fun of. Pretty serious. I never thought I would use drugs. But then one day, it's kind of crazy. One day, after a hockey game, my teammates were all smoking weed, and that was the first time that I ever did any drugs. My senior year, I ended up moving with my mom. One of the worst mistakes I've ever made in my life. Got more involved with drugs. What I know is that I've moved back and forth between Washington and Wisconsin, running from my problems. Things got really bad for a while. When I started doing the meth, I started doing a lot of crime. A lot of things that are hard for me to deal with now. But through that, I got caught for a lot of bad stuff, and I went to prison for 2 years. And I was good here for a while, and then for the first time in my life, I don't know why I thought I could do opiates and it would be any different, but for whatever reason, I ended up trying opiates. I was instantly hooked on it. And I don't know, heroin pretty much ruled my life for another 3 years. I almost didn't want to be alive. I really just didn't have anything to look forward to out here. And that's the point that Dan Dashner came in and talked to me in jail. Dan's my counselor. He works with the PSG program, the Vivitrol program. And he told me about the PSG program, how they do things. He told me about Vivitrol and how that worked, and how he thought that Vivitrol in combination with the right counseling could help me. Yeah, I don't know, he gave me a lot of hope when I was in there. He came in and he basically told me that, that I could do it. And I know it seems like such a basic thing to tell somebody, but I don't know, when he came in, it meant something to me. I can relate with just about anybody that's out there struggling. I've been homeless, I've lived in my car, I've lived under bridges, I've dumpster dived to eat, and I've got a lot of felonies on my record. And yet here I am today. I'm clean, I'm sober, I have a decent job, I have a lot of friends. My family's accepted me back into their life. You can do it. Anybody can do this. If you're willing to put in the work, if you're willing to take advice from people, if you're willing to tell your counselor the truth, because they can't help you if you don't tell them the truth. If you're willing to do what it takes, anybody can do this. There's not one person I've ever met that can't do this. You just have to be willing. That's the biggest part. You got to be willing to do it.
Every day in the U.S., approximately 115 people lose their lives to opioids and the disease of addiction. Addiction has no stereotype. Treatment is available. Recovery is possible. For more information on medication-assisted treatment, Narcan training, or other community resources, please contact the Kenosha County Division of Health at 262-605-6700.